Now that I have this prototype of navigation on the home page, time to figure out a better position, which will be up here, and propagating it to the other pages. This navigation is currently living in the center of the page. I'm going to get rid of all this div stuff around it. And now I have body, our navigation, /body. Let's see how this looks out on the main page. Hitting refresh. So there's our navigation, but it's really going right to the border of here. And not only that, when I go to these other pages, I want our navigation to take up its own space on the page. In order to do this, I'm just going to put my navigation in a div and see what happens. /div. Good. Going to get rid of the indent just to make it a little easier to read. When I go to this page and hit refresh, we don't see anything happening because I need to stylize this navigation div. Let me give this div a class. The class will be navigation, or I'll just call it nav for short. In my style.css, I'm going to make a new class called .nav. And my rule for this .nav will be I'm going to set the margin on the left side be 10 pixels, just a little space. When I press refresh, the navigation will move over by 10 pixels. Great. I also want to move it down by 10 pixels. Let me set the margin. Top margin is equal to 10 pixels. Save. This whole navigation block should move down by 10 pixels. So it's 10 in, 10 down. That seems like good visual spacing. The other thing I'm going to do, since there's no font family definition within the anchor tag, I'm going to add one to the navigation. I want my navigation to be sans serif. Font family sans serif. When I hit refresh, there's my sans serif font. All right, I now want to move this to the other page. So all pages have navigation. Let me go to my index page. I'm going to copy this navigation block. Copy. Remember, I have one style sheet, and I'm linking to that style sheet on each of the poem pages by using this link element pointing to the same style sheet. This means all I have to do is paste this block, and I'm pasting it right underneath the body, right above the poem content, the outer and page divs. And I'll do that for each one of these pages, right underneath the body, pasting my nav, saving it, right underneath the body on Poem 03 HTML page, pasting, save. The style sheet will apply all the styles to this block. Since the block of navigation appears right underneath the body tag, it's going to end up in the same position on every page. Now that the navigation is distributed on all the pages of this microsite of poems, when I click on Snowman, the navigation will appear in the same spot as it does on the home page. Woman, same spot, and later, same spot. And now I can navigate to all the pages without having to press the back button, including going to the home page. If on a particular page you want the navigation to say something else, and maybe you want people to know you're on the Snowman page. So I'll edit my navigation block within the Poem 01 HTML, and this will give users a clue of where they are on the site. When I click Snowman, let me restore this link, Snowman, and in my CSS, maybe I'll make a new class called .nav here, being I am on this page, and I'll make the color of the text, let's say dark gray instead of black. For demo purposes, I can make it white. And on this particular page, Poem 01, for this poem, since I'm here on this poem link, I can add a class, and that class will be nav here. Saving it, revisiting this page with a refresh to let a person know that they are on this page. And when they click off, this one should also be in white, that one, and same thing with home. Let me propagate that now. And it's going to be per page. I'll just copy this whole class. I'll go to Poem 2, And this is Poem 2, Woman. Paste that class, save it. Poem 3. Poem 3's right here. Add that class within the start of the anchor tag. Save. And let me go to my home page. I know I'm at the home page because I see home is in white. And if I did it correctly, all those links will show up white when I click on it. By having the style sheet control everything, instead of white, if I want this to be a dark gray, I can type out, let's say 333, which is dark gray. Now when I press refresh, there's the subtle change. Maybe instead of that dark gray, something that's a little easier to see would be this gray. Refresh. The dark gray becomes a very subtle visual cue that you're on that page.